There you go, you got them. Well done, guys. But it has not always been fun on the farm for Carl and Judy and their 6 beautiful children. Just 4 years ago they moved from a leased cattle station to their own property of 132,000 hectares with 1,800 cattle, 800 goats and 200 kilometres of fencing to maintain. It was 200 kilometres to the nearest hospital and 1,000 kilometres inland from the Queensland coast. They definitely went to live in Australia's outback. Then on a very hot night on the 1st of February 2013, the kids decided to sleep in the schoolhouse, which was air conditioned, leaving Mum and Dad back in the station homestead 100 metres away. At 1:30 AM, Isaac, then 14 years old and one of the twin boys, was attacked by a deadly mulga snake as he slept in his bed. G'day Isaac, you've been through quite a drama in the last 6, 7, 8 months, is it? Or since February?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. And not many people your age get that sort of experience, and not that many people would ever want it. But I'm wondering if you could tell us a little bit about how you're going now, and we'll go back to how you were then, to how you're doing now.
Yeah, not too bad. It's going pretty good. Yeah.
As far as your injuries are concerned, are they getting better and better day by day, do you think?
Yeah, but I do have to go back for surgery and that and fix it up a bit, but yeah, it's coming real good.
What sort of surgery are you going to do?
He's going to just like get the thumb in a better position and yeah, straighten out these knuckles. You can't really straighten them.
So you've got some scar tissue there that's a problem?
Yeah, on all the tendons and that.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It's all stiffened up.
Yeah. And
can you just show your arm a little bit, the other side? Let's have a look. So they put a scar right up your arm?
Yeah.
Yeah. How did that happen? I mean, it looks a bit like a crocodile bite. How did that scar right up your arm happen?
The thing was venom got, when they bandaged it up, the venom got trapped inside, and with venom it will keep crushing the muscle.
Okay. So
it got all crushed in that, and they had to cut it all open to get all the venom out and all the crushed muscle and dead tissue and all that. So yeah, had to open it right up to get it all.
So that's a result of venom, snake venom, getting in your arm and destroying cells up your arm?
Yeah.
Wow. And so you're left with this incredible scar trophy, if you like, to show the mates. No one else gets one like that easily. But I'm interested in a little bit what happened on the night. Can you recall anything?
Oh, yeah, just really just the pain I was in, just when I woke up, you know, and then seeing the snake, you know, just, you know, freaked you out, but it wasn't, I was scared, but, you know, just.
Did you have a light on or not?
Yeah, I had an iPod light, just the screen of it. Yeah, that's all I had on.
So you woke up with a start or sudden?
No, just with burning,
burning
pain, yeah.
In your arm?
Yeah. Like, yeah, it's just like just real hot and that, and then yeah, I went and washed it, and yeah, she was in pretty much pain, and I went back and used a snake on the bed, so I was like, you know, been bitten, you know, and I rang Mum up here and my brother doing. I was probably woke up when I rang Mum, and yeah, he just came out and took care of the snake for me.
G'day, Dan Bain here. I live at Lantana Station, oldest brother of Isaac Bain, who was bitten by the king brown snake. Yeah, I was there the morning he was bitten. It was about 1 o'clock in the morning, just sleeping, and woke up to the phone, intercom was ringing. I woke up to Isaac in my room trying to ring Mum, who was at the other house. Anyway, so I woke up and asked him what was wrong, and he said he'd been bitten by a snake. And I said, "What? Been bitten by a snake?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Oh, really?" Like, sort of still half asleep, so I come out, seen the snake lying beside his bed. And I said, "Oh, righto, mate, just sit down there and just try and keep calm." And he sat down, did a good job of keeping calm. And I rang Mum back, and she was on her way down with bandages and that. Anyway, so the snake still cruising around the house, pretty cranky by this stage, being locked inside and bitten someone. And main objective then was to keep it away from Isaac so he wouldn't be bitten again or anyone else. And kept it in the corner room, but couldn't get a swing on him with the broom because he was too aggro and wouldn't sit still. So I just kept him going away, and then Mum and Dad come in, and I had to keep them out for a bit until they could come in when the snake was away from them. And when they come in, I was able, one long after then, he poked his head out from the box, and I just hit him on the head, one hit, and he was stopped still there, which is unusual for a snake, because usually when you hit them, they just thrash around for a while with nerves and that. But anyway, so Mum, being a nurse and that, knew pretty much what she was doing. Lay Isaac down on the bed there and started bandaging him up. Anyway, I needed more bandages, so I come running back up, got more from the main house, got more bandages, and come back and put a few more on him.
And then we just kept bandaging, and by that time Carl was on the phone to the RFDS and relaying messages back and forth, so that sort of was the initial first thing that happened. But if I can just digress, when the boys were in grade 7, I made them do they had to study a snake, and I made them do a video on how to treat a snake bite. And a big thing Isaac has shared with us since this was that one thing he remembered was to stay calm. And he said, "I almost panicked, and then I sat down because I knew I had to stay calm." And to me, it is just one of the many miracles that led to having Isaac here today, because every step had been planned from the start. And yeah, so that's how we got to Isaac.
And by this stage, he was not much with it and just vomiting pretty ferociously. I was getting pretty worried by this stage. Like, I didn't think it would be this bad, a snake bite, from what I'd been told. Anyway, so I just got down on my knees beside his bed and started praying over him. And while I was praying for him, laying hands on him, just for him to make it through. And while I put it on Facebook and just like let everyone know what was going on.
Joe was asking me, is he going to make it? And I couldn't answer him because I didn't know.
Dad was on the phone to the flying doctors at this stage, and he couldn't get a plane out, so we had to load him into the car, and they left and met the ambulance at Galati. While me and my brother Joseph were at home just praying for Travel Mercies in, because there's a lot of cows and stuff on the road on the way to town, and kangaroos and that, and just praying that they'd get there in time, get him to the medical help he needed. And we just prayed there for a while, and then just waited for the doctors to take over.
Here we had Isaac with his twin brother. Joseph, were you woken quickly when this happened? How did you come into the picture?
I sort of just heard like noises in the lounge room, and I woke up and went out and see what happened.
Yeah. And you discovered Mum there, or was she not there yet?
Yeah, she was there.
And that's when you started looking up, was it?
Yep.
And have you two been very close twins?
Yeah.
Yeah. I see you've beaten him up a bit now and then. Yeah. Does he give it back?
Yep.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, we saw him out this morning shooting together, and Joseph had the biggest gun. Yeah.
Yeah, Mum, the girls were sleeping on the floor in the other room, so Mum just told me to go wake them, make sure they haven't been bitten and stuff.
Now, whose idea was it to put it on Facebook?
Daniel's.
Daniel's. So it was on Facebook within minutes, hours, what?
Minutes.
Within minutes.
Dan had one hand praying, laying hands on him praying, and the other one typing.
Wow. And it was, a message went on Facebook, and then it started to go almost viral,
yes.
didn't it?
Yes.
Around the Facebook community. Wow. You had a lot of people praying for you, Isaac. Isn't that good? Dad, tell me, how were you coping at 1:30 or 2 in the morning? What happened to you?
Yeah, well, I'm not really sure how I was coping, but I knew we had a task ahead of us. So I was talking to the doctor. I was woken by, well, go back to woken that Isaac had been bitten by a snake, so that was pretty abrupt wake. You come abruptly awake, and then we went down there, and I was talking to the doctor and getting planning the next stage, I suppose, and getting advice on what we had to do there as well. So, and then once we had the plan, we had to get the car ready and head off, have it ready for him to go, and we went.
So you had over 120 kilometres to meet the ambulance coming towards you.
Yeah.
And most of your journey was on a dirt road.
Yeah, 70 k's of it, dirt gravel road, yes.
And you made that journey in 120 kilometres you travelled in how many minutes?
60 minutes.
1 hour.
1 hour.
That is amazing feat on a dirt road, especially with wildlife,
Yeah.
kangaroos, cattle on the road, gravel, ditches, the whole bit.
That was part of the prayer that God keeps us safe in the vehicle. And I never drove fast and I felt comfortable with it. At any stage, because I knew if I skidded off the road, that was it.
So you would have been in prayer as you were driving, no doubt.
Yeah.
Well, Isaac's on the back seat, were you, mate? And almost out of it, or did you pass out on the way?
No, I was still conscious, but very tired and very sore.
Incredibly
You could feel
sore.
every bump.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he groaned most of the way.
Yeah. You induced a coma, or they induced a coma?
Well, he was sort of very well out of it, so we decided to induce the coma, and then because he was to be flown out, so it was easier to induce him on ground before anything went wrong in the air. So was the plan.
So you're in Charleville Hospital for how long?
From what time did we get there?
4 o'clock to 11.
For 7 hours. And then flown Royal Flying Doctor
Yes,
to Toowoomba.
Toowoomba.
And you were in Toowoomba Hospital for how long?
A week.
A week. And then flown to Brisbane, or driven in an ambulance to Brisbane. And what was the reason to go to Brisbane?
There are a few things. His arm was one. He needed specialist care, like a hand surgeon for his hand, and he was actually undergoing renal dialysis by this stage, so Toowoomba's not equipped, or my understanding is Toowoomba's not equipped to do that long term. And it was an unknown factor of how long he'd need renal dialysis for, so we were transferred through to Brisbane for those reasons.
And it also, was there a worry that he might have to lose his arm? Or?
That I found out after that, when he got to Brisbane. From what Brisbane had heard from Toowoomba, they thought he mightn't have an arm. So, and he's managed to save his arm and no skin grafts.
So overall, you see God working in this?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We feel him there always, but in this sort of time we just felt him there all in overdrive, just carried us through.
So you've had one of your precious children almost snapped from you in the jaws of death, and he's come back. Now that snake was King Brown,
yes.
One of the deadliest snakes in Australia.
6th deadliest.
Number 6 in the deadly category. And it has the most venom, I understand.
Most venom per bite.
Per bite to any snake in Australia, has enough venom to kill 12 men. So, pretty severe monster. How are you coping now with your snake phobias?
Yeah, not too bad. Like, I thought it'd be a lot worse, but I'm actually not too bad, you know.
Yeah.
Like, it's really like, if you see him, it's not too bad, you know.
Yeah. If you saw one now, what would you do?
Kill it.
Would you bring out that little gun? Yeah. Yeah, not a very nice thing to have, especially when they're in the house. Oh. And since then, Mum's put a few snake repellents around the place.
Yeah.
I see a few little solar-powered buzzers in the garden. So, where to from here? Going to get some more treatment on your arm? Loosen up that.
Tendons.
And you're hoping to continue on as a manual worker? Yeah. Helping Dad? Yeah. Whenever you can. And you've been able to do some welding?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Show people what you're doing. You did those gates out there, didn't you? Yeah. Still out there and about. You're not going to let it curtail your activities, are you?
No.
It hasn't stopped him doing anything. He's except washing up.
And parallel parking is